Week 7 of the Simulation Football League continues here in Raleigh, North Carolina, home of the 4-2 Carolina Skyhawks, as they welcome in the 2-2 Arizona Scorpions to kick off our nightcap block of games. Welcome inside the broadcast booth, everybody, alongside Ramos Lynn. My name is Eric Vinson. James Walters, Joshua Durr, they are in the stats truck for us this evening. Commissioner Cameron Irvine back at SFL HQ. And Ramos, we were talking about this before players hit the field. This has potential for maybe an Arizona victory. We're not quite sure what to make from both of these teams so far.
Yeah, I mean, very difficult to predict. Obviously, Carolina playing really well this season. They're playing with a purpose, more than winning just a championship. But Arizona is a team that you can never discount. I mean, Arizona always has really good defenses. Arizona always has a good run game. They're good in the trenches. So, you know, the game is in Carolina. They do have that advantage. It's a long travel from Arizona to Carolina, playing in the night block. Difficult to predict, but I think it will be a good one.
And Arizona's going to get the football to start things off. And we are underway here in Raleigh. Good kick about a yard deep into the end zone. And a good return out across the 25 to the 26-yard line by TJ Punk. And we'll see Ashley Jackson come out and lead the offense for the Scorpions.
Yeah, Ashley Jackson, the veteran, and a lot of veterans in this team, Eric. I think that's something that helps Arizona every year. You know, this offense, you know, guys like Donnie Hands and Buchanan Simons. I mean, these are veterans. You know, Simons, you know, recently added to the Arizona Scorpions, but has been in the league for a while.
Jackson will take to the air on first down. Wide open man towards the bottom of the screen is TJ Punk for a gain of 4. That'll give us an opportunity to look at the offense. Ashley Jackson at quarterback, Brad Jones, DJ Moses II, and Bismarck Ryder in the backfield. Donnie Hands, Buchanan Simons, Yayo Montana, and TJ Punk are the receivers. Will Todd at tight end. Patrick Kelly, Sean Crooked, Kiara Storm, Kiara Sting, and Stan Clark are along the offensive line. Second down and 6 now. To the ground game now. Bobbing and weaving is Bismarck Wright, the fullback, and it's going to bring up third and very short.
This is a strong backfield, you know, right there with Brad Jones, the, you know, recently acquired from Houston, and obviously DJ Moses always a threat in the backfield.
High formation on 3rd and inches. Able to get the first down and a couple more to boot. That's Brad Jones with the carry. And we'll look at the Carolina defense here. LJ Hobbs, May Carter, Phil Hall, and Christopher Colonel on the front 4. Danny Stinson, Mojo McLean, Shravan Prasad are the linebackers. Tristan Hatley, TD Jack, Davidson Joseph the corners. Skippy Curtis, Mike Ryan, and Ibari Amen England are the safeties. First set of downs for Jackson as she goes back to the air. Crossing route. Catch is made by Punk once again, and we've got an injury, and it is Punk that is down on the field. That's going to be a huge loss if he's not able to get back to action.
Yeah, when he got tackled, I think he landed on his shoulder, so we'll see. Hopefully it's nothing too serious, because Arizona is a team that, you know, likes to throw the ball middle, just like we saw on that play, and TJ Punk is one of Ashley Jackson's favorite receivers. Maybe her favorite receiver.
Does have 3 other options in hand. Simons and Montana, all proven wide receivers in the SFL. We'll see who she goes to on this second down. Almost threw a pick. And that was Danny Stinson near the middle of the field, forcing a 3rd down.
All-time 3-1 Arizona leads the series, and every time these teams have faced, the home team has won. So, man, you know, it's good omen for Carolina, but in Arizona here on the 3rd and 7 with a powerful attack.
Jackson's going to roll out. She's going to fire over the middle of the field, and the catch is made into Carolina territory. Juravicious with the catch and a fresh set of downs.
And I think Juravicious is playing right there for TJ Punk's in TJ Punk's position. So it's just a rollout to the left, crossing route, and a good job by Juravicious getting open. Carolina unable to bring pressure on that play.
Good opening drive for Arizona. Started off at the 26-yard line. Jackson to throw again. Another laser, this time to Donnie Hands for his first catch of the evening as they get closer to the SFL red zone.
Yeah, in scoring position, good play. Hopefully you can see a replay. As you can see, the skinny post ran right there by Hands, in just ahead of the safeties, in front of the safeties, in front of the corner, playing that deep zone. I think they're gonna go back to the run game here, though.
Seen a ton of the run game, but used it sparingly on this opening drive. And it is going to be a run right up the middle, and Jones is going to take it inside the 20 and into the SFL red zone.
Yeah, again, as I mentioned at the start of the broadcast, the offensive line for Arizona always really strong and really difficult to, overpower.
Just inside the 20, going to keep it on the ground. This time to DJ Moses, his first carry, and he's able to lunge forward for another Arizona first down.
Yeah, that left side of the line doing some really nice work, as we saw Ashley Jackson roll to that side. So they're trusting that left side of the line here to start the football game.
Good mix of the run and pass here on this drive as they'll stick with the ground game. And that's right with the carry this time, only a short gain, second down.
Yes, second down and 9 with the ball at the 12-yard line. Looks like they will have 2 receivers and 2 tight ends. Maybe back to the throw. Look bottom of the screen right here.
11th play of the drive, complete balance, 5 runs, 5 passes. 6th run is a good one to Jones, who gets wrestled down. Gain of about 4, sets up third and manageable.
A really good open field tackle right there by Mike Ryan, the free safety. 3rd down and 5, a tricky situation. Yeah, I mentioned it. Inside the 10 on the 3rd down. Tricky.
Not a goal-to-go situation either. They're going to go with the ground game, and DJ Moses is snuffed out right away. Carolina Skyhawk defense holds, and Abari Amen Anglin able to make the stop there to force the 4th down in the field goal attempt.
Yeah, so Arizona takes the safe approach. They run it. They know that they have 3 points on the board. And a good start here by the Scorpion offense.
Cliff Allen, short field goal attempt. It is up, it is good. And the Scorpions strike first here in Raleigh.
Yeah, 13 plays. They moved the ball really well, almost half the quarter. So a nice start by this offense. Nice start by the offensive line. But now Carolina does have a chance to put some points on the board. And let's see what former league MVP Marcus Dunhill can do.
Short kick from about the 1-yard line. Good return by Nolan Pierce as he'll bring it out to the 27. And we'll see Marcus Dunhill come out for the Skyhawks. Acquired in the offseason from Fort Worth. 8 touchdowns, 10 picks so far this season.
Yeah, and he's a gunslinger. He can run a little bit as well. But we know Marcus Dunhill has a very strong arm. And he will chuck it, man.
Definitely that gunslinger type of quarterback. And you're absolutely right. He will take off and run when the situation calls for it. Going to start off with the ground game. And that's Riley Quintero. Tackled in the backfield there. We'll get a look at the Carolina offense. Marcus Dunhill at quarterback. Riley Quintero, Harish Prasad, and Tony Zoma in the backfield. Nolan Pierce, Chase Earl, Adam Banks, and Chris Curtis are the wide receivers. Tight ends Vince DeSantis, and we'll get a look at the offensive line following this play. Trips towards the bottom of the formation for Dunhill. He'll throw his first pass, sets his feet, fires, and a little too much mustard on that one. Setting up a 3rd and long. Offensive line for the Skyhawks is Kate Palmer, Chad Rowland, Ricky Rigatoni, and Chris Cross.
Yeah, that was a 4-by-1 set, and it's difficult when you have as a defense, when you have a 4-by-1 set. The zones get flooded, and that was just an errant throw by Marcus Dunhill. I think he had it pretty open.
See if the Skyhawks can avoid a 3 and out here on a 3rd and 11. Dunhill gonna fire, one-handed grab, and a good first down catch for Chase Earl as he keeps the drive alive.
Finding the soft spot of the zone, you're going to see here on the replay, right between the linebackers and the secondaries. You know, when you have to go against the zone defense, you read triangles, right? You read linebacker, safety, corner, and if you can get a spot between those guys, that's exactly where you're going to throw the football to. A good route getting past the first down marker, and a great conversion on 3rd and long.
I'll move it up to just south of the 41-yard line. Dunhill to throw again. Throwing it into double coverage, but finds Chris Curtis into Arizona territory. A great catch there by Curtis.
Yeah, that's that gunslinger mentality right there by Marcus Dunhill. Very tightly covered as the corner and the safety were all over the receiver. Good clean pocket given by the offensive line, and a laser for another first down, and both offenses with pretty strong starts.
Kind of anticipated it was going to be this type of game with two storied quarterbacks like Ashley Jackson and Marcus Dunhill going up against each other. Dunhill going to pitch it to Quintero. Avoided a couple defenders, but good overall stop there from the Arizona defense, so we'll take a look at right now. D.D. Sachs, Alex Constantine, Hall of Famer Hunter Norwood, and David Tilley on the front four. Sean Moore, J.R. Lawless, Adam Wiseman, the linebackers. Xavier Rowe III, Terrell Davis, Ernest McCray Sr., Everett Garrison, the corners. Rain Rie and Bernard Smith are the safeties. As Carolina sticking with the ground game, much more fruitful run there as Harish Prasad is able to stay in bounds, tight roping the sideline and getting a first down. And we've got another injury, and it's Adam Banks that's down on the turf.
Yeah, so 2 wide receivers, 1 for each team now down. Harish Prasad on that carry. Harish Prasad, one of those former wide receivers converted running backs. You know, we saw it with DR Sim this season. We saw it with, Riley Quintero as well, obviously. So, it has panned out for Carolina. Last season, Carolina had one of the best rushing attacks in the SFL.
In fact, Quintero was the surprise player of the season, voted last season in season 23. Dunhill back to the air on first down. He's going to throw far sideline, and Curtis wasn't looking for it.
Nice, good trail technique also by Xavier Rowe right there. 2nd down and 10, and this is where Arizona, when they have an offense on 2nd and long, that's when they really put pressure on the quarterback. They've done it for years.
4 down linemen on this look. 3 wide single back. Quintero is that back who gets the carry. And is dragging bodies along with him as he gets close to the 30-yard line, setting up a 3rd and short.
I like the call. I do like the call, running a trap play right there. Again, Arizona likes to get after the quarterback on those 2nd and longs, 3rd and longs, and you can counter that with a little bit of a run, especially when you have a pulling guard.
3rd down now. Dunhill, short crosser to Curtis, and he's able to get just enough to keep the drive alive and move the sticks for the Skyhawks.
And we've only seen Arizona's offense once. We've only seen Carolina's offense this time, and almost we are done with the first quarter, as on 3rd down, both offenses doing a really nice job.
A lot of offensive efficiency from both teams. Dunhill, 7-step drop, pocket collapsing. He's looking. He's going to get dragged down. In the backfield was D.D. Sachs, and living up to his name.
Yeah, nobody open down the field. That's a coverage sack. As we're going to see, the offensive line finally get speed. And, I don't care how good of an offensive lineman you are. I mean, you cannot just block your guy for 5, 6, 7 seconds.
3rd sack of the season, 87th of his career. Dunhill going to roll out and fire to Chase Earl, who's inside the 5-yard line, and that's going to set up a 1st and goal. Way to respond there after giving up the sack.
Yeah, and a nice call moving the pocket right there. The previous play, your quarterback got sacked as the pocket collapsed, and this time you move the pocket to the left, finding the open guy, and Carolina has a 1st and goal. And this is where Riley Quintero last season just absolutely feasted with, what was that, like 14 touchdowns last year?
So far, he's got 2 through 6 weeks of play. See if he can add number 3 here. Avoiding defenders and only getting maybe a yard and a half out of the deal, bringing up 2nd and goal.
And I will do it again. You know, you have a 2nd and goal, ball at the 2-yard line. You just got about half of what you needed. I will just do it again, maybe to the opposite side, maybe not to the right side of the field.
Arizona stacking the box here. They've got 8 in there. Gonna give it up the middle, goes Prasad, and he leaps into the end zone for the first touchdown of the game.
Great drive by the Carolina Skyhawks. They faced some adversity. They did have a 2nd down and long after the sack, able to convert, and very fine-tuned offense, even with their injury, able to move the ball down the field and score a touchdown in Arizona, which is pretty tough to do.
Extra point, up and good, courtesy of Malone Brown. Only seen 2 drives in this quarter, Curtis. I'm not seeing Curtis on the field. Ramos. 2 long drives, 14 plays for Arizona, 13 plays there for Carolina, and both coming up with points, but Carolina with the slim lead.
Yeah, and both drives, very long drives. You know, we've seen about, 13, 15 plays from each offense, and we're almost done with the first quarter already.
Just inside of a minute to go. Touchback will bring it out to the 20-yard line. We'll see how methodical Jackson wants to be on this drive. Very balanced attack on their opening possession. I'll start with the pass. Jackson, good clean pocket once again, and finds a crossing route over the middle to Yayo Montana for his first catch of the game.
Yeah, normally that's TJ Punk's route, so now they will have to put some other wide receivers in there to, do the workload that TJ Punk normally does.
A good job by Carolina limiting so far those crossing routes that are able to get big yards after catch, as we see a carry there by Bismarck Wright for a couple of yards.
Might be well, I don't think it's going to be the last play of the first quarter. I think it depends on what the Carolina defense shows, and Arizona will decide whether to snap the football or not.
Jackson, 3rd down, trying to find something, anything, avoids the defender, still on her feet, and almost got there to the first down. They're going to mark her just shy, and that is going to bring us to the end of 1. 7-3 the score here at David A. Richardson Memorial Stadium in Raleigh, North Carolina, as the hometown Skyhawks hold a 4-point advantage over the Arizona Scorpions. Eric Vincent alongside Ramos Lynn in the broadcast booth. James Walters, Josh Durer in the stats truck for us this evening. Commissioner Cameron Irvine back at SFL HQ. And see our first punt of the ball game after the 3-and-out from Arizona. And Carolina will take over at the 33.
Good field position here for the Skyhawks. Great drive last time out. Obviously ended up with a touchdown. Trips receivers, maybe another rollout here.
Dunhill is going to roll out to his right. He'll fire over the middle of the field. That's Earl. 7-yard gain there on first down, keeping him ahead of schedule.
Yeah, and just finding the open receiver. Again, those rollouts have worked well here for Dunhill and the Skyhawks, and he's getting time and he's getting space to throw the football with accuracy.
High formation, back to the ground game. Quintero avoids the defender, trying to get a burst of speed, but a good tackle there by Bernard Smith to possibly save the touchdown.
Yeah, a nice blocking off the left-hand side right there as Constantine goes down to the ground. The fullback goes to the second level, collects Adam Weissman right there, and Another nice carry for the Skyhawks, the 6th rushing attempt for Riley Quintero here in the first half.
Six carries, 31 yards for Quintero. Prasad checks into the game and gets the carry on this one. Wiseman with the stop and a gain of 3 on first down.
And I like the commitment to the run as well here for the Skyhawks. You know, not every play is going to be a 10, 15-yard rush. You're going to have some 2-yard rushes, 3-yard rushes, but that will help open on the passing attack as well.
Keeping with the run, Quintero has been running hard here this evening, and he got a first down there for the Skyhawks, getting at least 8 on that one.
Yeah, again, nice job by the O-line. Nice job by the fullback right there as well. That was Tony Zoma going into the second level. And, you know, so far this offensive line of Carolina really settling down and overpowering the defensive line of Arizona, at least in the run game a little bit.
Yep, not a whole lot of flashy plays from either team really so far. And Carolina imposing their will early on in the trenches as Prasad gets another carry, this time for a gain of 2.
You know, something tells me, even though the running game is working, it's just a matter of time, Eric. It just feels like for Marcus Dunhill to take a shot downfield. This may be a good spot.
Instead, they'll stick with the ground game. Quintero doing a good job avoiding initial contact, and I think that's probably going to be the recipe for success with this ground game, Ramos, if Quintero is going to continue to avoid that first defender.
Yeah, every time you have a running back who can break the first tackle, that's huge. You know, that's huge. You look at some of the best rushing attacks in the SFL, and most of them can break the first tackle.
Prasad checks back in. Dunhill to throw. Shuffles around. Doesn't find anybody, takes off, slides, and is going to get the first down, but just about got his head taken off on that one. And that's the type of quarterback you're going to see from Marcus Dunhill.
Yeah, I like that a lot. You know, when you can have that ability to scramble, get a first down with your legs, that just, you know, makes defensive play calling more difficult.
Quintero with another run, this time a gain of 5. He is very quietly adding to his stat total tonight. And you saw it for several seasons when Marcus was in Fort Worth, and oftentimes left defenses puzzled as to how he was able to escape.
Yeah, no, very difficult to stop. You know, he got league MVP for a reason.
Prasad with the first down carry there as he gets deeper into the SFL red zone, just outside of the 10. They'll mark him down at the 12.
And I'm really loving this Carolina offense. You can see the purpose, you can see the rhythm and the reason why of the play calling. You know, you can see the good designs in the running game, the good designs in the passing game.
Blitz coming on this one. Quintero not able to get out of the backfield that time as Norwood is able to wrestle him down for the TFL.
Nice job right there by Hunter Norwood on the outside, the long veteran of the SFL, the Hall of Famer.
About half the quarter gone here. Dunhill to throw. Sets his feet, fires, and finds Curtis inside the 5. That'll set him up with a first and goal opportunity again.
Just a nice catch right there by Chris Curtis, who's been great, like everywhere he's been. You know, whether that's Queen City, that's Vancouver, Chris Curtis, always a very difficult receiver to stop. Big body, and again, we're on this side of the field with Quintero and Harish Prasad just eat the goal line defense alive.
Prasad was able to get the touchdown on the last drive. We'll see if Quintero is able to get one, and he does. Touchdown, Carolina.
It's beautiful blocking. You know, I gotta give credit to the offensive line and Tony Zoma on the left-hand side, just untouched to the end zone. Go to the Skyhawks in 2 drives, 2 scores, and both drives, long sustained drives. We really haven't seen any, 30, 40-yard gains. It's mostly, 5, 7 yards every play on average, and that's getting the job done.
Brown adds the extra point. I think we're starting to see what the Carolina game plan was coming into this. The longer they hold on to the ball, the longer that Ashley Jackson doesn't have the ball. And if they can capitalize on those drives, it's a recipe for success.
Yeah, and the longer the defense stays on the field, and, you know, by the third quarter, they'll be, you know, gasping for air, if not already.
Absolutely. Arizona with the return by Montana out to the 23-yard line. Still haven't seen TJ Punk come back to action since the early injury. And we'll see if Arizona can respond after giving up 2 touchdowns and 2 drives and then going 3 and out.
Yeah, and they need, you know, basically, you know, something similar to the first drive of the game. You know, they need to have a sustained drive. Don't obviously turn the football over. Don't get stuck in, you know, second and long, third and long situations.
And now's not time to push the panic button just yet either.
No.
As Jackson will take to the air, trying to find anything. Hit as she's thrown, and it's incomplete. That came out really dangerous, but good pursuit on the back end by LJ Hobbs.
Good blitz right there sent by the Carolina defensive coordinator, Mike Ryan, with the quarterback pressure and quarterback hit. And again, this is the position where, again, Arizona doesn't want to be in. 2nd down and 10.
Jackson back to the air, quick fires it out to Moses. And he's dangerous coming out of the backfield as a receiver as he gets 5 yards on that carry.
Yeah, you know, I played just to make it a shorter 3rd down and 5. Still no word on TJ Punk, who is one of Ashley Jackson's, again, favorite receivers on 3rd down to convert.
See if the Scorpions can adapt here. Another 3rd down. Jackson, little too far for the intended receiver, Donnie Hands. And that's going to be another 3 and out here for Arizona.
Good pressure by Carolina, and you can see Ashley Jackson a little bit jittery in the pocket, unable to find her receiver. And normally you wait for maybe just a little bit more, Eric, on that route, just to clear that zone, and, you know, she just felt the pressure.
Carolina getting another opportunity at the football. 2 for 2 on their drives. As we get our first look at the team stats tonight, it's been dominated by Carolina after forcing 2 3 and outs.
Yeah, and you can see the balance. You know, with 66 passing yards, Marcus Dunhill so far is 6 of 8 passing. And, you know, Carolina also with 15 design runs and a couple of scrambles by Marcus Dunhill. So, you know, Carolina, I think, will stick with the run game just for a little bit now that they have the lead.
And their best starting field position of the evening here from the 46. Handoff. Quintero has been running hard all evening long, and he's been picking up those crucial 4 or 5 yard carries here, and he's averaging just north of 4 yards a clip.
Yeah, and good play call again, you know, running to the opposite side of the pressure. As you can see, the updated numbers, 11 for 41, and just super effective and super efficient.
Saad checks in, he'll get the carry. Again, good blocking. Just couldn't quite find the necessary room, but does get a few more yards. And that brings up 3rd and short.
I think right now here is more of the same. You know, it's 3 minutes and 43 seconds left here in the 2nd quarter. You don't want to leave Arizona too much time here to end the first half.
Third and 2 now. Now the run, Quintero, 1st down yardage and more. Still avoiding initial contact and doing a great job keeping his feet moving, getting extra yards, and keeping the Skyhawks to get 1st downs.
And with every play, you can just see the openings get just a little bit wider as, you know, the defensive line here of Arizona and just the Arizona defense in general has been on the field for the vast majority here of the first half.
Prasad now with a carry. This time better job by the Scorpion defense to only allow a couple on that play, bringing up 2nd and long.
Near scoring position is Carolina. 3 receivers this time. Let's see.
Approaching the 2-minute warning, still staying on the ground. Quintero with the carry this time. And again, only a couple of yards as Renard Smith and company cleaned up the tackle.
Yeah, but this is exactly where Arizona has been unable to get off the field. It's 3rd and 6. They really need a stop right here as Carolina is just on the fringes of field goal range. It will be about a 50-yarder from here.
Carolina has been imposing their will so far in the trenches offensively. Last play before the 2-minute warning. Dunhill to throw on 3rd down. Diving catch made by Chris Curtis, but it's going to come up just short. It was an impressive grab, but all for naught as we hit the 2-minute warning here in Raleigh with Carolina up 14-3. You're watching the SFL on VFN. And now as we approach that 2-minute warning, we're going to get a review here from the booth. So we'll take a retroactive look at the play. Get your console to play SFL on the go at GoRetroid.com.
This is close. You know, in first glance, I was about to say, I think he got it.
Certainly looks like it from that angle. This will be a better one here.
Oh,
it's very close. So they did get a spot change there.
I think it's 4th and inches.
I think it is going to be 4th and inches.
So I will keep the offense on the field, actually. You know, I know that you're in scoring range. The way this running game is working, I will keep the offense, but they'll trot out the field goal unit. If I'm the special teams of Arizona, I'm just eyeing the play fake.
45-yard attempt.
Uh-oh.
It is up, and it is wide right. No good. It did shoot off there to the right, Ramos. I heard you say uh-oh, and I was waiting for it to bend back, and it never did.
Yeah, I just came off wrong from the kicker's foot. You know, as soon as the ball started going up in the air, you know, that didn't look very good. But Arizona does get a big stop here on defense, and they do have 2 minutes and 3 timeouts to mount a 2-minute offense. Even a field goal here will be pretty big here for the Scorpions.
Back-to-back 3-and-outs here for the Scorpions offense as they take over under 2 to go. Good snag there over the middle, and that's a 4-yard gain on 1st down.
Nice tackling by the Carolina Skyhawks here in the 2nd quarter. They really haven't allowed Arizona to break any tackles.
Yayo Montana with the grab. Sets up 2nd and 6. Clock still running as we hit 90 seconds to go here in the first half. Jackson back to the air. Short throw, and not able to bring that one in is the tight end Will Todd, so that'll freeze the clock at 1:23, 3rd down.
Yes, just a strange drop right there by Will Todd, the long veteran also.
That sets up another 3rd down here for Arizona. Pass through, they haven't converted. Jackson going to throw into coverage, and that's 0 for 3 now on their last 3 3rd downs. Carolina doing a great job of taking over this game.
Yeah, and that, you know, great coverage, but that pressure on the outside, I think that was Harish Prasad on the outside coming with the edge rush. You know, that was crucial for, you know, Ashley Jackson to get rid of the ball in a hurry. And again, the Carolina defense doing an outstanding job, and now they will have a chance to try to,
They secure the bobble there.
Man.
And bring the return out to the 23-yard line.
Dangerous right there. But, you know, even with that, you know, with the ball at the 23-yard line, you know, this first play will dictate what Carolina does for the rest of the drive. You know, if they can get about, you know, 10 yards, if they can get a 1st down here on this play, you know, I will keep the offense going and try to get at least 3 points before the end of the half.
They're going to start off with a pitch play. Quintero with a good run of 4 yards on that play. And folks, the 2025 SFL convention kicks off the league's 25th anniversary season, July 10th through the 14th. Join SFL Nation at the rooftop pool of our host hotel, the Hyatt Regency, looking out into Baltimore's Inner Harbor. You can reserve your room now at the special group rate at simfl.net. You certainly don't want to miss that. Prasad back to the ground game and gets helicoptered by Lawless. And it's going to be a third down, big third down here for Arizona.
Yeah, and for Carolina, you know, after that 4-yard rush, I agree with the decision. You get the ball to start the second half, even though I think they're going to pass.
They are. Dunhill retreating, sets his feet. He's going to fire and find Earl, and that's going to extend the drive. And I don't think either team is really in any desire to use their timeouts here, just want to hit the half.
Nice throw right there. Again, finding the open zone. And Dunhill, very accurate so far in this first half. Not a lot of throws, just 9 throws, but has made all of them count.
One final play before the half. Quintero with another hard run of 5 yards. And that'll bring us to 0-0s on the clock. Carolina taking control of this ball game, 14-3 to score as we hit the half. Carolina and Arizona, it's been an interesting one so far, and I don't think we really expected it to go this way, Ramos, as we get a look at the stats and highlights for the first half.
You know, we were talking in pregame, you know, even before we went on air. You know, it's a very difficult game to predict. Obviously, Arizona, year in and year out, has a very good team. Carolina, last couple of seasons, they've shown to be very good. So, obviously, 2 very strong football teams. You know, it's just been the Carolina offensive line. I think it's been one of the main highlights here of the first half. You know, Quintero has 15 carries, 67 yards or so. Harish Prasad also has a touchdown on 7 carries. And, you know, so far Carolina has done a really good job. Defensively in the second quarter, they just dominated.
Quintero, the halftime player to watch, was 60 yards and a touchdown. And let's take a quick halftime break, brought to you by Breaks GPT.
We just pulled a full-size Taylor Swift helmet. Shout out to all our Swifties. Travis Kelce. This is a Giants Lawrence Taylor.
Patrick Mahomes.
Chad Johnson with the Ocho Cinco.
We have a Drew Brees.
Is that an O.J. Simpson jersey?
It's an Aaron Rodgers.
Oh my goodness.
Tom Brady! Tom Brady!
Break into the world of sports memorabilia collecting with Breaks GPT, featuring signed football jerseys, helmets, photos, and more. Breaks GPT offers you the shot at winning autographed and authenticated sports memorabilia at a fraction of the price. Join the community of collectors on our Breaks GPT Facebook page and lock in your shot at hitting a humongous headliner on our site, breaksgpt.com. Carolina with the second half. Kickoff return there out to the 27-yard line, and Marcus Dunhill will come back out throwing for 100 yards in that first half of play, but the ground game really has been the focal point for the Skyhawks offense.
Yeah, and if I'm the coaching staff, I'm telling Marcus Dunhill, you know, understand the game, you know, understand the position we are in. We have an 11-point lead. Our defense is playing really well. Don't throw a pick. Don't be reckless out there, and we'll be fine.
Quintero going to start off with a run of 6 yards. Eric Vincent alongside Ramos Lynn in the broadcast booth. James Walters and Josh Badur in the stats truck. Commissioner Cameron Irvine back at SFL HQ, and that's exactly what we were talking about, Ramos. 42 of the 65 yards for Quintero have occurred after first contact.
Yeah.
Prasad checks in.
Oh.
He'll get a carry and powers forward there to get the necessary yardage for the first down.
Yeah, I mean, it just makes your life much more easy when you have 2 good backs, you know, and you know, you with Fort Worth, you've had a good, you know, 2 good backs pretty much every season for a long time. You know, we with Bentley and Morrison, you know, when you have that talent in the backfield, offensive play call is much easier.
First negative plays that we've seen from Quintero, at least in a while, as D.D. Sachs did a good job disrupting that play.
Second down and 11 yards to go. See the offensive formation. I think I'll run it again here on 2nd and 11.
See if that's what they do. Prasad with the carry. Voiding first and second defenders, but still only getting a couple of yards out of the deal. And we'll see a 3rd and long here for Carolina for the first time in a while.
Yeah, and a good job riling to the football was Arizona. But this is the play. This is where they have to get off the field.
Still a 2-possession game, despite Carolina dominating the second quarter of action. Dunhill on 3rd and 9. He's going to take off and run. Good little move there by Marcus Dunhill. Juked him out of his shoes, and he's able to get first down yardage. What a play.
Wow. What a play right there as he hits the juke move right there, the stick. I mean, that was an outstanding play. You know, 99% of the quarterbacks would just slide down, take the 3-yard gain, let's punt it away. But Marcus Dunhill, great play. And that's just demoralizing for a defense, I'll tell you that much.
Apologize, Marcus. I was not familiar with your game on the sticks. Quintero bottled up in the backfield, and he's going to get brought down there too.
Really good job right there by the defensive end. I think that was D.D. Sachs, the defensive end, who basically clogged all the space and allowed the linebackers to get to the football.
Wiseman with the TFL. D.D. Sachs doing a good job disrupting the run game here early on in the second half. Dunhill back to the air now. Pressure coming from his backside. He's going to throw. And the pass is broken up on the back end by the Arizona secondary. Another 3rd and long.
Nice coverage right there by Xavier Rowe. 3rd down and 11. Let's see if the offensive line of Carolina can hold up.
Bit of a fluky conversion on the last 3rd and long. Dunhill back to the air. He's going to fire near sideline. Catch is made by DeSantis going backwards and then moving forwards. What a play there by Vince DeSantis to get the conversion.
I mean, just everything working here for the Skyhawks on 3rd down. First of all, he feels the pressure. D.D. Sachs comes with the pressure, and then just unable to make the tackle is Terrell Davis.
Terrell Davis actually tipped that ball, and it went to DeSantis' hands. That's why it looks so fluky there. But man, oh man, I mean, he's got to be kicking himself. He had reservations for 6 written all over that one. Quintero still avoiding defenders along the way and drags Adam Wiseman down after a gain of 8.
And again, you know, that's a 0-yard play. I mean, 99% of the time, that's even a loss of 1 yard. And converts it into an 8-yard carry. Make it a 2nd and short. He's just balling out. I mean, that 3.6 yard per average, very deceiving. He's just playing really well.
Saad checks back in. He's going to get the first down, and the numbers aren't gaudy for this Carolina rushing attack at all. I mean, it's just been a hard-fought, you know, steel-nosed type of effort here from this rushing attack.
Yeah, you know, it's about 3.5, 4 yards a carry. You do the math, you do that 3 times, you get a first down every time. So
Quintero bottled up in the backfield again. Arizona's done a much better job, I will say, at forcing those type of plays, those 1 and 2 yard losses.
Yeah, they absolutely have.
Wiseman with another TFL. 2nd and 12 now. Another long sustained drive here by Carolina. Over 4.5 minutes off the clock. Prasad back to the ground game. He'll get back the lost yardage, but it's still going to be a 3rd and long.
Yeah, and you know, Carolina has been very successful on 3rd and longs, obviously. You know, but you tell your quarterback, if it's not open, don't force anything. We're in scoring position. I understand they missed a field goal, but we're still in scoring position. We are really controlling this game. You know, don't shift momentum by throwing a pick.
2 of 2 on 3rd and long situations. Blitz coming, and Dunhill finds his man over the middle. Leaping catch for the first down. And that's Toomer with the catch, and another first down here on a 3rd and long.
That was a crash blitz, which means the corner blitz. So that was Rowe, excuse me, Xavier Rowe, coming with the blitz, and you know, the receiver got open just in time. If not, you know, Dunhill was gonna get rugged from his blind side.
Quintero trying to find a little bit of room to the outside. Nothing doing on that one. Constantine with the stop for no gain. Second down.
You know, and early on in the game, the left side runs were working really well for Carolina. Now, in this second half, it's been the right side that has worked better for the Skyhawks.
Arizona showing blitz on second down. They'll send it. Quintero with the run. Again, gets a little bit of an ankle snatcher there and is able to push himself forward for an extra few yards, bringing up 3rd and 4.
But I mean, 6 minutes off the clock here on this drive alone. It's just very impressive.
3 for 3 on 3rd downs on this drive. 3rd and 4 now. Dunhill to the air. Gonna try and take off and run. How did he escape that? Oh my goodness, and he still almost got the first down. What a play, Marcus.
Just slid before the first down marker, but just another impressive drive here for the Skyhawks.
Just a fraction off with the slide. Forces a 4th and inches. Look at that. 17 plays, almost 7 minutes off the clock. But Arizona forces the field goal, and Malone Brown adds 3 to keep it at 2 scores.
But again, you know, you come away with 3 points. That's always a positive. And just the way they are just sucking the clock out. I mean, just the time has basically ran out here in the 3rd quarter. And Arizona still needs to get 2 touchdowns.
Montana with the return, and he'll make it out past the 20 to the 21-yard line. You're watching Simulation Football League action right here on the Virtual Football Network. We've got action all week long, starting with the SFL on Sunday and Monday, followed by the UFL Tuesday and Wednesday. The SFLM is back on Thursday, and SFL Week 8 takes us through the rest of the days right here on an exciting week on VFN. Jackson back to the air, and she throws a pick. Danny Stinson had an opportunity and an easy one early on. This one a little bit tougher, but he sets up his offense nicely at the Arizona 25-yard line.
What a snag right there. I mean, it's not common for a linebacker to come up with an interception like that and just bracket covered. I mean, there's just no room for Ashley Jackson to throw the football to. And just from bad to worse here for the Scorpions.
I agree, and you know, it's funny you say that. The leading interceptor in the league right now is Shravan Prasad with 5 interceptions at his linebacker spot. That's number 3 there for Danny Stinson, both having all-star caliber seasons, as Quintero gets a short gain of 2 on first down.
Yeah, and here for Carolina, you know, obviously the game is not over. You know, it's only a 2-possession game, but if I'm Carolina, I'm prioritizing, you know, ball security over even scoring a touchdown. Of course, you want to score a touchdown, but you put 3 points on the board. It's a 3-possession game, and, you know, really Arizona will be in a super difficult position.
Keeping it on the ground is Quintero. And another gain of maybe a couple of yards, setting up a 3rd and 6 now.
At this rate, Quintero is going to surpass 30 carries. I mean, he's up to 24.
He has definitely been the workhorse tonight for the Skyhawk offense. Prasad gives him a breather on 3rd down, only able to get a couple of yards. Arizona does the job and forces another field goal attempt.
Yeah, but again, you know, that's basically what I was saying. You know, you prioritize the ball security, just coming away with points. And this is what I was talking about, you know, coming into the 3rd quarter. You know, understand the game that you're playing on. You will not need 35 points to win this game. Just protect the football and make sure to capitalize on points when you have the opportunity. It's a 17-point game.
And Ramos, that is our first scoring drive of any variety that was not double-digit plays. Just absolutely unbelievable.
Yeah, once the offenses have gotten rolling, they really have gotten rolling. It was Arizona just for that first drive of the game, but Carolina really has been able to sustain those drives, and the time of possession by the end of the game is just going to be absurd.
Carolina scored 20 unanswered. Donnie Hands with the return, and he'll bring it out to the 24-yard line. Folks, how many likes do we have on this video so far? It is not enough. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Make sure you got those notifications turned on so you won't miss a minute of SFL, SFLM, UFL action, everything else that we've got going on here on the VFN, and help our channel grow through your support. Big hit there by Danny Stinson. It wasn't enough that he got that clutch interception on the last drive. He had to come back and lay the lumber on Brad Jones. That man has a family.
Just dominating here over the last couple of plays, and so has the Carolina defense as a whole.
They'll give him a pity yard on that one, 2nd and 9. Jackson back to the air. Gonna throw in a tight window once again, this time completed to Montana, and it's gonna be a first down for the Scorpions.
Oh, what a great catch right there. It's a 5-step drop back. And perfect timing, great catch. Tight window again. I mean, none of the throws that Ashley Jackson has thrown really have been any easy.
No, Carolina defense has made it very, very tough on her after that first opening possession. And there you go right there. What a play by Will Todd, able to snatch that ball through the air, and he is going to rumble into the end zone for a touchdown. And that's our breakaway play of the game, brought to you by Breaks GPT, sports memorabilia breakers and collectors. You never know whose autographed helmet or jersey you might hit. Check them out at breaksgpt.com.
Nice job by Will Todd running that post route, getting past the safety on that one, and beautiful throw by Ashley Jackson. Best throw of the night for Jackson.
More importantly, keeps them in the ball game here. Just north of 30 seconds to go here in the third. High snap, extra point gets down, and Allen is able to add it to make it a 10-point game.
Yeah, I mean, only a 10-point game, still a whole quarter left to play, and that's exactly what Arizona needed. I mean, needless to say.
They needed a bit of an adrenaline injection after going virtually 2 whole quarters without really much success at all. Finally getting a big play. And now Carolina trying to get a big play of their own. Good return there. And Toomer brings it out to the 34-yard line.
Really nice blocking by the special teams right there. He gets another block, and good job by Toomer getting the yardage. Stick with your game plan if you're Carolina. Stick with the running game. It has worked for the most part here in this game.
Run game not flashy, but collectively over 100 yards here for Quintero and Prasad. As Quintero gets the carry there, and gets gang tackled after a gain of 3.
If I'm Carolina, that would be the last play of the third quarter. They may run one more play if they like what the defense shows them.
Might try to get a little cheeky one here. Prasad with the carry. Blocking just wasn't set up on that one as Wiseman gets yet another stop. He has been very active tonight on defense. 10-plus tackles for him as we reach the end of 3 here in Carolina. Skyhawks commanding the last 2 quarters, but yet only up by 10 points over the Scorpions. You're watching the SFL on VFN. Aerial coverage of today's game provided by Dags DroneWorks, aerial photography and videography services for real estate, events, marketing, and more. Learn more at dagsdroneworks.com. As we get a beautiful overhead shot of downtown Raleigh, which is where we are this evening. Eric Vincent alongside Ramos Lynn in the broadcast booth, James Walters and Joshua Durr in the stats truck. Commissioner Cameron Irvine back at SFL HQ. 10 minutes to go here in this one, and it's been a good one. Skyhawks up by 10 on 3rd and long. Dunhill to throw. Gonna throw a crosser to Curtis. Good defense on the back end, preventing the conversion by Davis and company. And that's gonna bring up a 4th down and a punt.
Good tackle. You know, your defense, that was a sticks defense. Just protect the sticks. You know, we are okay allowing something underneath. Just make the tackle before he gets the 1st down marker, and you know, textbook right there.
Punt of the evening for Brown. No return there by Donnie Hands as he brings it out to the 26-yard line. Arizona still an opportunity in this game. All of the 4th quarter left. Both teams, all 3 timeouts. Certainly not done, and I think that big Will Todd touchdown really injected some life into this offense.
Yeah, it really did. And here for Arizona, even a field goal is fine. You know, you can get a field goal. You will be just down 1 possession, and still plenty of time left here in the 4th.
Jackson to throw on 1st down. Big hit on the back end, but holds on to the football is Donnie Hands, and that's a 1st down right away for the Scorpions.
Nice throw. Again, good timing here for Ashley Jackson. I mean, that's what you get when you have quarterback and receiver playing for so many years together. Is that great timing on the route and a 1st down, and you know, Arizona moving the ball a little bit right now.
Jackson back to the air, pocket collapsing around her. She'll throw, and it's a completion to Will Todd, who makes another big catch in traffic. 2 plays, 2 big 1st downs.
High difficulty level of throw right here by Ashley Jackson. Scrambling to the left, turns her body and gets it past the linebacker into her tight end's hands. And Arizona very close from scoring position. I mean, they do have a very, very good kicker, so.
Will Todd up over 80 yards receiving here. As Jackson still staying with the air. This time incomplete. Looking for Yayo Montana, and that brings up 2nd down.
Yeah, nice throw again. You know, you have to come down with it if you are Montana on that one.
Bit of a heavier look. We might see our first run of this drive as Todd goes in motion. No TJ Punk since he got injured early on in the game. Jackson going to take off and run with it. Spins. Gang tackled after a gain of 6. That'll set him up with a 3rd and 4.
Just in the fringes of field goal range. Be about a 50-yarder from here. I'll do some sort of crossing routes here.
Jackson looking for anything. Gonna fire near sideline. Catch is made by Donnie Hands. Near the 10-yard line, they'll get him right around there and give him a 1st and goal.
What a play by Hands. Running the skinny post scramble drill a little bit. Finding the open spot, and a dart thrown by Ashley Jackson.
That's the Nice Hands catch brought to you by Retroid. Put a Retroid handheld in your hands and play the only video game with your player in it. SFL 4K 23.
This is a quick drive here for Arizona.
Jackson on the rollout. Still haven't seen a run other than that Ashley Jackson scramble, and Will Todd gets maybe a couple of yards on that play.
That does get out of bounds, so that will stop the clock for a little bit before he gets going again. And how quickly this drive has gone, you know, I'll think about running here on second down and goal.
Still haven't seen a run play. There's our first one there. As Moses gets a carry for maybe about a half a yard. And it's going to set up a 3rd and goal.
So again, this situation, a field goal is good. So in this situation, you do call a pass, but if it's not open, don't throw it into double, triple coverage.
Just over 2.5 minutes chewed up by this drive. 3rd and goal now.
Man-to-man coverage.
Jackson to throw. Pressure coming. Good defense by the Carolina Skyhawks on that one, preventing Brad Jones from going anywhere after getting the dump off, and it's going to be a field goal attempt.
And I like the play call here by Arizona. It's just a great defensive play by the Skyhawks. That was man-to-man coverage, so you dump it to the back, you have some blocking ahead of you, but great job by Chad Stinson.
Cliff Allen adds the field goal to make it a 7-point game. 20-13 now with just under 6.5 to go. And the Carolina faithful here starting to chew some fingernails a little bit.
Yeah, and you kick it deep here if you're Arizona. I mean, no need to kick the onsides.
No, definitely not. Not at this point. And kick it deep they did. Allen boots it about 7 yards deep in the end zone. And a touchback will bring it out to the 20-yard line.
And Carolina does need one of those, 12, 13 play drives right here. They've done it a few times so far in this game. If they can do another one of those, basically they can chew off the rest of the clock.
We'll keep it on the ground. Quintero, only a couple yards. Arizona has responded well and kept Quintero bottled up near the line of scrimmage, allowing maybe 2 yards at maximum.
I was just talking a few minutes ago how, Carolina, understand the game, don't force or anything. They had a 20-3 lead, and Arizona has just rallied back.
Prasad bottled up in the backfield, but is able to turn something out of nothing. Got to get close to that line to gain, and it's 3rd and inches now.
Yeah, so you bring your big guys here on this play, I think. So you bring Soma, you bring a couple of tight ends, and you try to hammer this with Riley Quintero.
Chris Dunhill been very efficient as well, completing 8 of his last 10 passes when he's been called upon to do so. Quintero will convert the 3rd down, and it's going to be a fresh set of downs for the Skyhawks. Clock will continue to go.
Yeah, so this is going to be about another 2 minutes of the clock that is going to go down as we look at Quintero's updated stats, 27 for 86.
Scorpions showing blitz. Blitz coming. Oh my gosh, what a hit. Bernard Smith just buries Prasad in the backfield. That was a huge hit there. And I would have given it a TFL, but that's no gain on that one.
Yeah, and Arizona just guessed right on that one. It was a run to the right-hand side, and they just had the numbers.
Prasad's got to be feeling that one on the sideline as Quintero checks back in. He'll get the carry. Trying to move his legs, nothing doing. Adam Wiseman once again with another tackle. He has easily been the defensive star here for the Scorpions tonight, forcing a 3rd down.
Yeah, but very impressed here in the second half how the defensive ends have been able to, seal the edge. They've been they have not been pushed around, and that's allowing the linebackers to run to the football.
I take that back. Bernard Smith has been impressive tonight as well. 3rd and long, blitz coming. Dunhill gonna throw wide open. Chase Earl. He breaks into the open field and slips the defender. He's got one man to beat, and will get spun around right around the 30-yard line. What a huge play for Carolina to keep this drive going, keep the clock going.
Yeah, just terrific job here by Marcus Dunhill, understanding the defense. That was a DB blitz all the way through. Man-to-man coverage with a DB blitz, and he recognizes that one-on-one with Chase Earl, and Chase Earl really has been the main target here for Carolina on those big 3rd downs.
Get a look at Earl's numbers. He has been the big play threat here tonight. Almost hitting the century mark on 5 catches. That keeps the Carolina faithful in this ball game. Under 3.5 to go. Fresh set of downs deep into Arizona territory. Dunhill milking the clock. He'll hand it off to Quintero. He'll only get maybe a half a yard out of that one.
Yeah, and I'm not throwing the ball here on 2nd down either. Your goal right now is to, get as many yards as you can, protect the ball, take the clock down. I'll probably put in Harish Prasad on this one, actually.
Yeah, it's definitely been the type of ball game where you don't want to say they've taken the ball out of Marcus Dunhill's hands, but they've put it in the rushing game's hands, if that makes sense. Quintero spins off the initial tackler once again. Only gets a couple of yards. Rie with the stop. It's going to be 3rd and 8 as we get close to the 2-minute warning.
Yeah, and to your point, last thing you said, Marcus Dunhill, always, this is not the type of game in which he has to throw 30, 40 times. But every time they've relied on Marcus Dunhill to make the play, most of the time he's done it.
He's been very efficient tonight. 11 of 14, almost 150 yards, no touchdowns, no picks. QBR of over 110.
Take it to the 2-minute warning here.
And that's going to take us to the 2-minute warning for sure. 20-13 the score. Carolina looking to put the icing on the cake on this win here at home and move to 5-2 as you're watching the SFL on VFN. Eric Vincent and Ramos Lynn in the broadcast booth. James Walters, Joshua Durr in the stats truck. Commissioner Cameron Irvine back at SFL HQ. Handoff goes to Quintero, finds some blocking and gets a first down. And Arizona's going to be forced to burn their first time out.
And just a burst of speed right there by Quintero. And here Carolina just throws every single passing play of the playbook. Just throw it out. You will not have to throw the ball again. Run it on 1st, 2nd, and 3rd down if needed.
Riley Q up to the century mark from the 15-yard line for a set of downs. He'll get the carry here. Still avoiding initial contact. Bernard Smith just barely able to bring him down after a gain of 9, and Arizona will spend timeout number 2.
And just very impressive as we see Carolina's forward drive of 10-plus plays, and this is what I was talking about at the start of the drive. If they can come up with one of those drives again, they're going to bleed the rest of the clock. This drive started with over 6 minutes left in regulation, and they've basically just dropped the clock all the way down.
Keeping it on the ground, Quintero able to get the first down and make it a 1st and goal. Arizona will call their final timeout.
And just very impressive also with Carolina. You saw season 21, 5-7, season 22, 6-6, season 23, 7-5. It's been growth. Every one of the last 3 seasons, it's been growth. And right now they stand at, if they consume this victory, at 5-2, and looking very good for the rest of the season.
Dunhill understanding the situation. That first down seals the deal. No need to keep running the football and put the ball in unnecessary danger. They'll go ahead and they'll kneel it out, and they'll move to 5-2. And like you were saying, Ramos, it's been progressive growth from this Skyhawks team, and it helps bringing in a guy like Marcus Dunhill, who's been an MVP in this league, who has played double-digit seasons. You've got guys like Quintero and Prasad that played wide receiver, are still weapons, but are now converted to running backs. So just added offensive firepower. And then on the back end, you've got a very impressive defense. I mean, Stinson and Prasad, like I said, they're having all-star seasons.
Yeah, they really are. And of all the drives that Carolina had that were very impressive, this is the most impressive of them all. It's not easy. There's over 6 minutes left on the game clock, and Arizona's going to call their timeouts. That you have the 2-minute warning. Like, you will need to get 1 or 2 more first downs to be able to take the clock all the way down, and that's exactly what they did. Even if they didn't come away with points, they did not need to. Just an unbelievable drive to seal the game.
Absolutely, and to your point, especially after scoring 20 unanswered, being up 20-3, Arizona then scoring 10 unanswered and making it a much closer ball game, it would have been much easier for them to just, fold in like a bad box. But instead, they had the intestinal fortitude to keep on going and secure this win against a good Arizona Scorpions team. 2-3 is going to be their record after tonight, but going forward, I don't think that really identifies who they are as Carolina moves to 5-2 after the victory. Any final thoughts, Ramos, before we send the people go?
I just want to see the time of possession. I know it's going to be crazy. 28-11.
That's bonkers.
That you're going to win most games, Eric, when you can dominate time of possession like that.
Well, and especially because it was over the course of 2 quarters, basically, that they just really secured momentum and held on to the football.
My player of the game, by the way, Riley Quintero. I'll give it to Riley Quintero. Absolutely dominated. Again, he didn't get, 250 yards, 5 touchdowns. He wasn't that kind of game, but he made his runs count.
Well, on behalf of Ramos Lynn, Commissioner Karen Verner, back at SFL HQ, James Walters and Joshua Dern in the Stats Truck, my name is Eric Vincent. Thank you for tuning into this presentation of the SFL on VFN. Be sure to take care of yourselves, take care of each other, and we'll see you on the flip side.